How was that?
It was beautiful. Very well done, Gerald.
So
Thank you.
professional. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I was like I need some perky music because when we're together, we raise the vibe and it's delightful. So I hope that was okay. So thank you. And everybody, welcome to readings with Wisdom Seeker Joan, SunPsychic Jean, and TarotStache. You are all the best chatters, and you are here. We appreciate it. Please do that liking, sharing, and subscribe thing because it's free. And as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. So,
Very well done. And that's how it's done, everybody.
Yes.
Wow.
Such a pro.
there you go.
I
So,
love it. I love that new fan. Oh, I
yes,
love the purple. Beautiful.
it's great.
And
great.
it's satin. Oh, my.
So,
And
it makes
speaking of purple, Deb H is here. Hi, Deb. How are you?
Wonderful. Hi,
Hi,
Deb. Yes.
Lots of
Oh, look at
love.
all the hearts.
Yeah, lots of love for
Absolutely.
Deb, who is getting up and moving and doing all of the things that they have to do because she does not want me energetically to show up in her hospital room and to force her to do all of the things that she should be doing. She's a responsible adult. She's already doing those things. Boom.
Good for you,
Excellent.
Deb.
I just went on my blah 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 blah. So, Jean, how are you today?
I am doing very well. It is snowing here in Washington, D.C. It's the kind of snow that's very fine, but it comes down consistently. So it's going to be snowing throughout the day and throughout the night. It's going to be maybe just 2 or 4 inches. And so I was inspired to get up this morning and make chicken soup, chicken vegetable kind of soup, and just had a bowl of that and then got right on here.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful. How
Perfect
about
for a
you,
cold day.
Joan? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I will let people know, as I did to you, that I'll be going like this a lot. I've had one of my cataract surgeries done. I haven't gotten used to these peepers yet, and we'll have this one done later this week. So within a week or two, I'll be less distracting, but I'll be going like this quite a bit, trying to read the chat. Other than that, life is good.
That's okay. You're doing it just to make me feel better because I do that all the time.
Yes.
Do that. And so I'm doing well. I've got lots of shows coming up and we're chilly here, but it is the middle of January. This happens every year, so it's okay. And, but
Today is also MLK Day, Martin Luther King Day.
yes, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. We were chatting a little bit backstage. I read a biography of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. last year. Really, very, very incredible, incredible. So, so I would encourage everybody, if you have not looked at the "I Have a Dream" speech, go search it. It's inspiring today. It was inspiring then. The man was truly a gift, and his work is not done. His work is being picked up by others, which is so very important. And I'll let the two of you chat in a second. But I saw an article where it was, I think it was his granddaughter, someone who said, as you remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, do not forget, um, you know, um, uh, and I cannot remember her name. What was his wife's name, Jeffrey?
Coretta.
Coretta Scott King, because the two of them together, and I got this in the biography, truly, truly a match. And really, I mean, the two of them, they stood up together all of the time, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you, Connie B. I'm like, what was her name? So that's what you on the spot. Thoughts that the two of you would like to share?
Well, I think that you got, when we were chatting backstage, you informed me that he modeled his philosophies after Gandhi, and I just learned that. I did not know that, and I'm like, it's very apparent now. Of course he did. The peace, the love, the service, the community, the, you know, just standing up against adversity in that peaceful, but very strong and determined way, because it does make a difference. And I love both Gandhi and MLK, so that makes a lot of sense to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
nonviolent resistance. He was just amazing. And
Yes.
Letters from the Birmingham Jail too. It's a nice one to
Yes.
reread that too. It's pretty inspiring.
That is true. Yeah.
And Gerald, I think, well, I won't make assumptions, but I'll just say I'm old enough to remember the day he died. But what's been especially inspiring is, you know, that it took so long to get MLK Day as a national holiday, but now it's just accepted. And seeing my kid go through, you know, in grade school, that he's studied just the same as any of the other major, you know, figures of American history. And that was really great for me to see. That's, you know, it's part of our culture, and it's so important. And especially the nonviolent part of it, I think everybody could do well to meditate on that today. So yeah, it's great. And when you were talking about him and Coretta, I got full body chills. So he's here with us too. They are.
I mean, yeah. And I think it's phenomenal, because as I was reading that biography, there was so much stuff going on I did not know of about the challenges that were presented to them, and I think it's incredible. So that's your homework, everybody. Go do a little bit of research, get curious, find out, and listen. I think that's incredible. We have got an incredible amount of people here. Right now, there's 27 people here. Thank you. Jill is here, Viviani, Joyful, Teresa, Louise, Laura, Plucky. This is my husband, Jeffrey, who's on the other side of the camera.
Oh,
and
very nice.
yes, he's off today and he's off tomorrow. So, and of course I have 4 shows today. I have 3 shows tomorrow. So there you go. And everybody was saying hi to Deb. Lots of love for Deb.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jill was mentioning Viviani. It was nice to see them yesterday. Connie B is here. Wonderful. And Amber is here. Hello. Beth, Aspasia, Rising. And and Connie B said, I teach my students the I have a dream speech. It's meaningful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Lottie B. Yeah. Oh, and Beth shared, my ex-husband was on his father's shoulders in DC for that speech.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
What an amazing memory.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of lovely people here. Thank you. So we're going to be doing some readings, and if you would like a message from a loved one, please include their name and relation to you. If you want a reading, type it all in caps. Questions are answered in random order. Please be present for your reading. We will try to get as many readings as we can done. So we may not get to all of them. So just catching up.
I love the little bear. Is that a Pooh Bear that has the mustache on it behind you? That's
Yes.
not always in the scene there. That's so cute.
You can't see it when I have this up.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
So, but you know, it's there. Someone sent that to me. It was lovely.
Oh, that's lovely. That's so cute.
And all right. So I do have a couple of people starred, And who I have starred is Lottie B, Lena Ramirez Singh, Amber A, and Lori Mars. So those are the questions that I have. Okay, gotcha, Beth. Gotcha, Laura and Connie B. And I hope I did not miss anybody. So just checking. So, but anyhow, by the way, everybody, how did you like the new intro video? Did that just for the three of us. So
It's amazing. And are you using? Is it Canva to do the motion?
I'm using Canva to create some of the things, but I'm making it in iMovie.
Oh,
So
good to know.
It's just so professional. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love what Aspasia Rising is saying. MLK quote, "You must be willing to suffer the anger of the opponent and yet not return anger." That's really beautiful.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Okay, so thank you. Okay, I'm just catching. Okay, so let's get started. We have Lottie B. Would love to know if I will move house this year or next year. Thank you. And right now I'm going to pause the questions. So.
I asked through the pendulum and got 2025. That's so not this year, but next year.
Okay.
I'm getting the same thing. I'm just trying to pinpoint it. So by June of 2025, maybe like spring, between spring and summer.
Okay. And
Aspasia Rising says Gerald goes Scorsese.
no pressure.
I tell you, you guys keep us entertained. We're supposed to be here entertaining you. You guys keep us entertained, don't they?
There you go.
They do.
Yeah.
That's because they're the best chatters.
I'm getting more next year, but I'm also getting that as you are doing that, you've got to really do the work in order to be able to find the right one, make the move really easy, and this is an opportunity for doing that. So there's that, Lottie B. And okay, thank you. And
So while everybody's watching, let us know if it's snowing where you are. You can put snow in all caps, and if you slept in.
yeah, we're gonna go to Amber and then Lena. So Amber is next with what do I need to know right now? And Chris of Elemental Cartomancy is in the house. Hi, Chris. Good to see you. And Lena is here. Okay, Amber, are you here? No snow. So, well, I'm going to have I missed Amber? Because I will get out my phone because people like the phone. Here we go. Amber A. Please pick up the white courtesy phone. Amber A. Please pick up the white courtesy phone. We are having a lot of people who are having snow and freezing weather. So
Yes.
okay.
So,
Well,
oh, go ahead, Joan.
I just, when I tuned in, I saw a huge wave coming in, and then when I looked underneath the curl, there you were on a surfboard. So I get the idea that something big and powerful is coming, but you're going to be able to handle it. You're going to be able to ride the wave and make it seem like fun rather than, this thing's going to crash into me. And I think part of that is going to be through connections, other people helping you. The Feathers card, I got the Starling, which is about getting out into the world and connecting in authentic ways. And then I got the Archangel Raguel, who is saying, nourish your relationships. So connecting with others and emphasizing your support group relationships are going to help you be able to be that surfer who's right under the curl of this giant wave and just being able to have fun with it rather than being afraid of it. That's what I got.
Interesting. So, Amber, I see you taking care of a household. I see you taking care of a dog and preparing for the winter, whether you're stacking wood or if you're covering lawn furniture of some sort. There's some sort of an outside tending to the house or tending to the dogs, or I just see you working and keeping things warm, keeping things tight, insulating, perhaps waterproofing. I see that you're a hard worker and you're not afraid of hard work, yet you are up in here the whole time you're doing all of this very grounding earth and home work. And you're very physical with your work, but you're always up here and you're always wondering what's coming next, what's going on. And you're very much connected. I'm not sure if you realize how much you are connecting while it's almost like, it's you're talking to yourself and you're talking to the other side, and you do actually get hits and connections and thoughts that pop in. And I'm not sure if you realize that this is your guidance. I do feel that you're extremely compassionate and very sensitive, and they want you to know that it's important you're in the right place, and I feel as though you're moving at the pace that is most important for you to be doing right now. It's almost like there's a little bit of a holding period for you, and that when the stars align or the planets align, things are going to start moving for you. But your preparation and your diligence and your practice is really benefiting you right now.
I like that you said practice, because I got the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. You're starting on something new, so you have to be very careful to keep showing up and keep doing the work and take the small steps. Remember that this is a journey, not just a destination. It is important that there may be some people around you who could offer you some help. So don't be afraid to ask for help. If Amber, if there's something that you are perhaps considering, if you're wanting to start a new job, it could be a good time to do that. So that's what I have for you, Amber. Thank you. We've got 33 people here who are wonderful, of course, the best chatters. And we have questions closed for right now because we've got lots of questions. So, and I see Jane the Seeker is here. Sonia, Claudia.
I think, I don't know if I was dreaming this, but I think I was still in bed and I saw Gerald on with Jane this morning at the crack of dawn. You guys were like there. Was it 7 a.m.?
No, it was 10 Eastern. It wasn't. Oh. Maybe it felt like that, but
I was on with Terry Renner doing her Holding Your Space, the meditation. And yes. Then I had switched and I saw that Gerald was, I'm like, I thought it was earlier, but yeah.
And and Juanita's review said 7 a.m. here in Oregon. It was, so it was early. And I am actually on with Terry at Holding Your Space. in a couple of hours, we're doing readings from beyond historical mediumship. So,
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yes.
oh, and
Tune in.
Chris, Elemental Cartomancy, is saying, do we not all dream of Gerald at 7 a.m.? Dreams are nightmares are some people's dreams. So, and I know Lena is here. So, finances for 2024, please. And remember, for entertainment purposes only. And there are so many people coming in. This is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Lena, I have the Hanged Man. You're thinking about your money. You're thinking about it a little differently. This is also the card of waiting for the right time, pausing. I have two queens. I have the Queen of Wands, and then I also have the Queen of Swords. Wait a minute. So getting inspired and following it through with the right actions. So keep that in mind for 2024. And I also got, this is the last card that I got, the Sun card, which is the card of great outcome. So I think what you are inspired to do and how you act on it is really going to make a world of difference. So what do the two of you have?
Well, when I tuned in, I saw kind of a cartoon character who looked a little bit like Alice from Alice in Wonderland, but I don't know if it was really her. But there was a whole a trail in front of her of big gold coins. And she was very carefully looking at the first one and kind of touching it and just examining it. And then she'd step on it and it would light up. And then that was kind of the way. She wasn't like running down this trail that suddenly appeared to her and it went off to the right, which is the future for me. And it so it's like the opportunity is going to present itself, to be very careful when you make each of these steps, but they're leading in the right direction, and they're gold coins and they light up when you step on them. So that can't be bad. So I think things look good. It, take caution, don't make rash decisions or anything. And then from the Feathers deck, I got the Loon. Pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. So the Loon is kind of a, I don't know, kind of a ethereal type of bird too. So do pay attention to listen to your gut and to your dreams as far as financial things. And then from the Angel deck, I got Perspective, to zoom out and relax and know that you're doing the good work, you're being careful, and then just make your choices and relax about it. Don't well, this isn't financial advice, but there are people who are, so glued to watching the stock market or watching whatever, making changes all the time. Get things in place they want you, where you want them, and then give things an opportunity to work for you.
Brilliant, Joan. You just set me up.
Oh, good.
Go ahead, Gerald. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was just going to say that's great. Thank you. And you're up.
Well, what I was getting with my pendulum is that you have already made decisions and set up investments that will work for you. And I heard the phrase "have your money work for you." And I'm not sure if you are concerned about the money coming in, but what they're saying is that it's time to sit back and watch your money to work for you, and not sit back in the sense, but just relax and watch your money work for you. I feel as though your investments will be very productive and lucrative for you. And I feel as though, it's really important to count your blessings and all those gold coins that Joan sees you polishing. You have a lot of fortune. You have a lot of abundance. You have a lot to be grateful for. And sometimes it just takes that awareness in order for it to just bloom all around you.
Yes, I love that. Those were great readings. Thank you both. Lena, hope that was helpful.
Yes.
And okay, we have Lori and then Beth and then Laura Bondurant. So Lori Mars, please let us know you're here. And she said, recently bought my forever retirement home, have had to replumb new furnace, etc. Last night my pipes froze. Inner relief from money needs. Ooh.
Okay.
And again, thank you everyone for coming in. Seeing a lot of great thing. And Lori said, to clarify, I know I need to do more, though will my money plans work out? No more surprises.
Bringing your house angels and ask Archangel Michael to come in and watch over the house. Talk to the house. Tell the house how much you love it, and it's almost like getting adjusted to the new energy. Um, um, it's who was it? I think it was Jane. Wasn't it Jane? She went on vacation, or she had to go and see her mother. And then when she got back, like everything, like the electricity went, the plumbing went, the every all these major things, and the hot water heater went, and the dishwasher went. There was something, and it was almost like her energy was holding all these together. So I feel it has a little bit of an energetic. It's almost like. I just feel like it's getting acclimated to the new energy that's there, and I feel as though you welcoming in angels and spirits and guides and communication with the house will help to. I feel as though it's going to help to soothe things. I really think it's energetic. How about you? How about you guys?
I think you're right. When I tuned in, the first thing I got was I heard there'll be with older houses or whatever. There's always going to be some surprises, but there are going to be fewer surprises as you get to know the house. And it's not just knowing it intellectually, but being on the same vibe with the house. It's like when you take a cat from one home and put it in another, they're just like a little off until you're adjusted to the new situation. So I think that is what's happening. And when I pulled card for you, I got the hummingbird, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. So I think that's to say you didn't make the wrong decision. This is a transitional period. And then I got the Archangel Raphael, who said, prioritize your health. If anything, be a little, maybe have it checked for radon or anything that might affect your health. Get a carbon monoxide detector and just those types of things to make sure that you're in a good spot that way. But I also just thought of today. I'm kind of looking after a relative's house who is in a nursing home right now, and I didn't know the house that well. And one door had been shut, and there was no heater vent in that room. So I was this close to having frozen pipes too. So just getting to know the vibe of the house and getting to the habit of when it's cold, you open up that door, and you'll get in sync with your house soon.
Lori, something as I read your original question, recently bought my forever retirement home. That is powerful. That is a powerful message, and it goes exactly what both of these great readers were saying. You have claimed this. You are celebrating this house, and so just as with everything, energetically talk to the house, appreciate the house, listen to the house. If you haven't bought flowers to put in the house or done something nice just to help it know, I really appreciate you. I feel good here, and I want you to feel good here as well. As far as any relief new, I mean, you're having to make those big decisions. This is the Judgment card. Let's do this now. And I love this last card. This is the Nine of Cups. It's a beautiful, you're going to be very satisfied. It's going to be very rewarding. And, Lori, I am that guy that actually says, talk to the house, name the house, identify your, the devas associated with the house, make an altar for just the house and how you interact with it. And go, you know what? I'm glad we've got that taken care of. We need to press pause for a little bit, perhaps. So, but
And be careful with the way you talk to the house. Don't say, "Oh, I hate this house," or "This house, it really sucks," or something. Be really, really careful with your words. I feel as though your house is just testing you because they want to see how much you do love it. And as soon as you do love it and you care for it and you are understanding of it, it'll start giving back to you and warming you and being the house that you always dreamed of. I feel it's energetic. It sounds crazy, but I really do. Just be careful of that language and say, "I love you despite of all of these things. If you need me to show you how much I care about you, then this is the way I can do it."
Yeah. And of course, no surprise to us, the best chatters are really bringing good ideas. So they're popping in stuff. I'm usually in a house for a while to see what the house needs. Sometimes it's overwhelming. If it needs a lot right away, good energetic cleansing is always good. Believe sometimes we are meant to have a house that has been ignored. At first it feels relentless, but the house and you develop a relationship. I mean,
that's what I was feeling. Wow.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
That's great. Well,
I live in an old house that needs so much work constantly, but every morning I get up and I just think, "Oh, I just love my house." And it's paying me back for it too. It's a good place to be.
It's great. And but thank you for that. That's beautiful. And Beth is up next. Then we have Laura, Connie B, and Linda. And by the way, Michelle Marie, Astrological Tarot, is here. And Sally asked, "Is this a black pussycat hat?" It is a hat that is made that I knit using wool. And I did this just to keep my horns warm because it's chilly. So,
did you really knit that from wool? That's wonderful.
I did. Yeah, I did.
That's a great idea because the polyester just doesn't keep your head warm.
Nope. All right. So
you should start the merch.
Yes. If I had, yes, I should. Yes, I should. I would love a message from my grandma Opal, Hendrik Neuhauser.
And what's Spazia's name?
Beth.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that name, Opal.
I'm going to go first. Was born Opal Steel. Opal is actually telling you that one of the recipes that you are usually making, you're doing it wrong. You're putting the wrong spice in or something like that. The timing of something is off. I have no idea what that means, Beth. But there's something about the kitchen. Because she's I don't know if you have Grandma Opal's cookbook or something like that, but she's sort of going, something that you're working on in the kitchen isn't working right. It's not the right way. But she's I have the sun again, which is a great card for a cold day, and it does show enlightenment and love from above. So I think, okay, Beth said, "OMG, Gerald." So I think whatever is going on, Grandma Opal is around you. You just have to remember that. So that's me. Ah,
When I tuned in, I saw yellow flowers, and they were kind of, she was holding them out to you, and they were wrapped in like a paper doily, like the kind that we used to make Valentines out of. It was that type of paper doily wrapped around them. And when I looked closer, they were daffodils. And then she started off on the daffodils. That to hold spring in your heart even in the darkest, coldest days of winter, and she's not talking about just the seasons. She's talking about difficult times to hold, new growth is coming. There's going to be warmer, better days. And she was even suggesting to get a, like a forced bulb. It's where you get the bulb, or like a spring garden thing where all the little crocuses or whatever thing are coming up, or even just one bulb that you can, in the winter, force the bloom in it, to just help you focus on the positive. And that's about all I was getting from her directly. And when I got a card, it said leap and spread your wings. So that's what the angels are saying, influenced by Opal. But I'm hoping that has some meaning for you.
okay. And before you go, Jean, I want to show this. Grandma Opal was an incredible cook, and she's been telling me why I've been having a stomach ache. Then why are you not listening, Beth? So, okay, I'll put that back up. You're up.
She's telling me a couple of things. She's letting me know that she was a hard worker, and she was very natural. She didn't dye her hair or set her hair very often. She pretty much was very organic and laid back. But she also showed me that she had to go through several different types of eyeglasses. And it's funny because we were talking about this before the show about our eyeglasses, and she's showing me that she had eyeglasses when she was younger, and it was very difficult to try and find correct vision. And as she got older, she had many different types of eyeglasses. She liked to do small, I'm not sure what type of work it is, but it was small, intricate work, whether it was crocheting or knitting or needlework or or even cooking. It would be the it was the vision of the details that was so challenging for her. But she pushed through and did it almost like with her second sight, and almost with feeling things. And this is when, she was aging, she was able to do this. And she's just showing me that she was very natural and organic and a hard worker. And she also said a little bit about MLK, that she was glad that she, in her generation, there was few icons to emulate and to be in awe of. And she felt she just wanted to put in her admiration for the whole movement. I mean, it's not just him, it's not just Coretta, it's the whole movement. It's that possibility of peace. And and this is what she's saying. She just really supports all this.
Yes. And Beth had said, oh, geez, she was the hardest worker in the world. Never sat still except to kick ass in bridge club. And she's not listening. She doesn't know which spice she needs. She means. Well, and I'm actually going. Is there a spice that you usually use with fish? Because that might be the one. Let me know. So, and she was an incredible gardener. She told my great aunt once that she wouldn't have made it without gardening.
Oh.
Nice. Very nice. And Laura is here, and Laura is next. Connie B, Linda, and so that may take us to the hour. And Jeffrey goes, Bridge club. Wow, that takes me back. Do people still play bridge? Okay, Laura. Message from my late husband, Mark Hildren Roper.
Was he a swimmer? I asked him to step forward and to tell me something unique about him. And he showed me himself in a pool, whether he was a good surfer, swimmer, beach, kind of a guy. He just said he'd like to swim. And he seemed mild-mannered and quite intelligent and almost followed the expectations. I'm not sure if he was a middle child in his family, but he seems like he always made the right decisions and was sort of not the top of his class, but not at the bottom. Like he was very he made good decisions in individually, not based on what other people would say or do. He was very much his own man. He did like middle of the road. He was content and very happy.
She said they had a pool.
And he's just saying he felt like he was the richest man in the world because of the love and the family that was around him. And he was very, very grateful for all of these things. And just a very loving, kind, gentle kind of a guy is what I was feeling.
She said, very literal, took care of his mom until the end.
Yep.
So,
thank you.
Beautiful. When I tuned in, I saw someone with a lariat, and remember in It's a Wonderful Life where Jimmy Stewart is saying, "Oh, Mary, I'd last through the moon for you." And it was that type of thing, that he just loved you so much and he would last through the moon for you. And then I saw him kind of holding on to the moon and swinging down to be with you. So he's there and he's trying to be of assistance. Then I tuned in again and I saw him kind of on the cowboy theme again, as a kid, dressed up as with a cowboy hat and boots and all of that. But he was riding a scooter, like an electric scooter or a push scooter, one or the other. But he was going off to the left. And so I think, to me, that means past. He's thinking about your time together and how fun it was, and that there was some sort of that you helped. I don't know if he was a serious person, but you helped bring out the playfulness in him, and he's very appreciative of that. And the chemistry was just right there, and you showed him parts of himself that he wouldn't have otherwise. Oh, he loved Westerns. Okay, good. Wouldn't have found. And then I said, okay, that's going back, and that's talking about your time together. What about going forward? And he was saying that it's okay if you want to move forward and have other relationships. It doesn't do anything to denigrate the time we had together. And I pulled two cards for you, and one was the balance symbol. He's going to help you stay in balance. And then I got the vulture that said, let go of the inevitable, accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. So I think that was sort of in relation to he'll always be with you. He loves you deeply, and he's going to be there to protect you, but he realizes that you have other things to do in this lifetime too. So all the best to you. What a wonderful person.
I'm getting very emotional as I'm pulling my cards and connecting with him. I think both of what the things that you said, I get this feeling you helped him experience life differently than what he would have without you.
Yeah.
Because I have the hanged one, which you sometimes you got him so upset where he was so discombobulated he didn't know what he could do. Um, but you did that, and then he figured out a way to calm himself down, and then he could see what was there. He wanted to be the one to he wanted to make sure that he had all of the good ideas. It was his idea. It was the best thing. It was what's going to happen because his once he met you, and okay, this is the words that are coming through. Once you were woven into the fabric of his being, all he wanted to be was that knight for you, to invigorate you, to love you, to give you so much passion and to support you. Um, and he's feeling a little bit like he didn't get to do that as well as he could have. Um, and but he's okay. He understands now, and he hopes you understand. So he's very stubborn. He was very romantic until he got so sick. Well, and then that's definitely why I got that feeling of is he couldn't do it. He was disappointed. He had that disappointment that he wasn't able to be the person he agreed to be for you when you got married. So, wow. Laura, that was really, really powerful. Thanks for asking for that reading. Dang.
Yeah.
So, that's incredible. Okay. Woo. And beautiful, more beautiful people are here. So thank you. I have put into the chat the the channel links. Please, by all means, go and show your support. And for some reason, I'm going to make you uncomfortable for a second, Joan. You only have 441 subscribers. We could get that to 450 today.
Ooh,
So
that'd be cool.
that would be very cool. So all of you, go over there, do that, please. Please. Link is below, and make that happen.
Thank you.
And of course, don't forget the amazing SunPsychic Jean. So, but
Thank you, Gerald.
you're
Thank you,
welcome.
everybody.
Yes. And Beth had shared something. Joan is to 500.
Wow. It's magic.
Well, I think that they're trying to get you to 500.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 500.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joan
Let's
to
get Joan to 500. Let's do it,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, that's a big milestone. It really makes a big difference, everybody. Yeah.
It really does. And
Thank you.
And Beth shared, I'm in tears over your reading. My grandma Opal opened a cafe when her husband left her so she could support herself and my dad. She began gardening to remain sane.
Oh, sweetie. Wow.
So, okay. Dang. Thank you, Laura. Connie B, are you still here? And then Linda Ellison. And by the way, as soon as we're done here, after the new outro video, we're going to schedule another time for the three of us to read together.
Yay.
So yeah, I know. I'm not going, excellent. So Connie B is here. And Lucky Heroine just subscribed. I see Heather. Can I have a message from my dad, Henry Brown?
I think he was very much a protective type of dad. He wants you to make sure you check the car for the winter season. Make sure you have the good tires on. Make sure you have the extra blankets in the back. Make sure you have jumper cables. Like he's saying he wants to make sure you're safe and protected, and when you're out in the world that you're safe. And he wants you to come home, and he wants you to call him when you get home. I feel as though he was always one to keep tabs on you, just to make sure that you were being safe. Very much a protective type of energy. He's he's uh, he's very loving. What else are you? Tell me. Sorry, he was just coming through with that. He wants you to believe in yourself and stand up for yourself. He was very much a supporter. He had such good intentions and very wonderful, supportive advice for you. Even though he was otherwise engaged or otherwise involved, he always made you feel like you were the center of his world or his reality. He seems like to me that his job was that did not take his awareness off the family, that whatever he did, he was still able to focus on the family, which gave him so much joy, so much joy. Wonderful. I'm not sure what he did. How about you, Joan?
Well, I'll tell you what he did. He was the ringmaster at a 3-ring circus. At least that's what I was seeing. And yeah, when I first tuned in, I think it must have been you, Connie. You were riding the bike on the high wire, across the high wire. And down below is this man, I'm assuming it's your dad. And in this vision that I saw, he's got like I don't know, something that he's pointing with, and he's just pointing it at you, pointing it at you. And then he's also, in the meantime, there's all these other rings going on. So he's picking up the chair to go help with the lion tamer, and he's doing all these other things. But at the same time, he's always got his focus on you. So I think he had a lot of things going on, but you were his priority, and keeping you safe, making sure the net was there, and all of that, and making sure you look your best. And I don't know if he was someone who really liked to look his best, but he didn't just have the traditional ringmaster outfit on. It was a red coat, but it was sequins. It wasn't just the plain red coat. And he had his hair slicked back and a mustache, and it just looked great. But yeah, he could keep a lot of balls in the air and a lot of things going, kind of the ringmaster, maybe for the family and the job and the neighborhood or whatever. But you and the family were his priority, to make sure that you guys were safe and could get across the wire to safety, and then have your moment in the spotlight. So that was the energy that I was getting. And when I pulled a card for you, I got the Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all your resources to create your dreams, because he certainly thinks that you can do it, and is going to be there to be your biggest cheerleader and protector.
Oh, wow. That's very powerful, the two of you. I'm Connie B, I wonder, were you a daddy's girl? I mean, it just feels like I get the feeling he was extremely protective, always was checking things like you said, Jean, the car, checking the tires, making sure that you had enough gas, stuff like that. And he was not, okay, so you were not a daddy's girl. Was he always in his workshop and ignoring all of the stuff that was going on around him because he was focused on that? Because I think the message is for, all right, I'll just show these two cards. Message from your dad: go out and do something joyful. This is the Fool. Go be adventurous. And do the right things in everyday life. That sounds like my uncle or my grandpa. So I mean, this is what's coming through, Connie. So there's this feeling of you needing to go out and have an adventure, and for you to really be smart in your everyday life. So so that's what I have for you, Connie. That sounds like, okay. Well,
Sometimes they come through blended as well. So it is possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
all the male figures that care so much about you. Yeah. Can be coming through.
Joanne, I am on at in an hour from now, in an hour and 4 minutes. So there's an 8-hour time difference. Where are you, Joanne? So, okay, sorry. I'm distracted. Oh, and by the way, this just in from Jackie's Crystal Moon. Let's do the 450, get Wisdom Seeker Joan to 450. Yeah, it does say 450 right now.
Wonderful.
So it's there. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Yes.
These are the best chatters.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's great. I love it. All right. Linda Ellison for our last reading. Joanne is in England. Okay.
All right.
So,
Okay.
Is there a message from my son, Kahari?
I'm seeing somebody who's giggling and is running around and is almost like, you know how you play tag, and you can see somebody and like he's behind a tree and he's giggling and giggling and saying, "You can't catch me," and he runs and runs and runs, but he's giggling so much. It's this really infectious, really lovely giggle that is just he really is giggling. He's just telling me that he was a very spirited type of a young boy and loved to have fun and giggle. It's almost like it really raised his vibration and his energy, and he would do anything to try and get a giggle, is what I'm feeling. And he's coming through with this intensity. I feel as though he feels like he's watching over you when you're in the house. And I feel as though when you do sit down and think about him, or you are in his room, or if you're looking at his pictures, he really does come in close to you. I feel as though when you're in the car, I don't know if you have a picture of him in the car, he likes to be with you when you're doing like mundane things where your mind isn't very busy on other things, and he comes in close to you. He's saying that he just wants you to know what joy he is feeling, and he had joy in his life, and he is in this joy now, and he's trying to lift your spirits as well with this giggle and these memories. He's saying, remember the good times and lift your spirits, as far as what I'm feeling. How about you guys?
Yeah, I was getting something very similar. When I first tuned into you, Linda, I just felt the heartache of his loss. And then the image I got was of him sending love to you, and it was just like Cupid with his arrow, that he's light and on the other side and happy and all of that, but he's really concerned for you, and he doesn't want you to be just brokenhearted all the time. And as Jean was saying, to think about the happy times. Doesn't want you to be brokenhearted. And he did say, we did the dance we were supposed to do, that everything that happened, it was meant to be, and it was part of the plan. And he couldn't think of a better partner, a better dance partner for going through the steps that we had planned to do in this lifetime. So he's just sending you lots of love. And when I pulled cards, I got the white eagle, which I really don't get very often. Connection to divine guidance is within you, which is another way of saying he is there with you, but really powerfully so. And from the angel deck, I got the Archangel Sandophon, who is saying center and ground. And that's another way to, if you are feeling really brokenhearted, to just kind of take some deep breaths and clear and ground yourself, and just ask him to come in and lighten your spirits, and he'll be there.
Yeah. Wow. The two of you. It's like, Linda, I'm wondering if your son might have been a bit clumsy. Because I'm getting the feeling that he might have fallen down, scraped his knee a couple of times. But he was willing to get up and try again and to do it. You both were talking really important things, and I got the lovers in the middle here, which is a partnership, which is a union, which is people who help to support you and to actually help with the difficult times in life. I also got the Six of Pentacles, which is the card of generosity. And I'm wondering if there is an opportunity because my first card is Six of Swords, my last card is the Six of Pentacles. I'm wondering if what's going on, if there's an opportunity for him to be able to offer you something that he wasn't able before. So, but thank you, Linda. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, these are very powerful readings today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the best to you, Linda. And you may even remember or hear that giggle or the laughter. And he wants you to lift your spirits with that laughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That memory. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everybody very much for joining. Thank you for supporting us, liking, subscribing, and sharing. It's been wonderful to have the best chatters here. And I encourage everybody to remember to support all of the channels. All of the links are below, so you have those. And Linda did say, yes, he was a bit clumsy, but always full of joy. Thank you so much. Such a beautiful reading. He was my only child and died in his sleep at the age of 46. Oh, okay. I'm glad everybody was here today. We needed this, didn't we?
Yes. Yes. It's a powerful day. I feel the energies for sure. Well, thank you very much, Gerald. You're the hostess with the mostest for sure. You are so this is the way it's done, everybody. It does it effortlessly. I love all the cards and just the beautiful way you handle running the show. And it was so nice. Joan and I are going to be back later on today at 4:30 Eastern, which is I think 1:30 Pacific, if anybody wants to come over. And Gerald will be on for the remainder of the afternoon. You'll have to track him down.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And all right. Thank you, everybody, very much for being here. And let's see how this outro goes. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Gerald, and thanks to everyone.